Afternoon, everyone. Here with the property owner's daughter. This is the property that I come to that has the Bigfoot group on it. But there is some new evidence that is a little startling, and I'm going to hand this over to the daughter now to explain. And this, you said, occurred last September?
Last September, about mid-September, yeah.
Okay.
I had actually come down here, my mom's request to move down here and help on her farm.
Okay.
And that was about August I moved here, so I was actually staying in the main house at the time. But about mid-September, I had gotten this, and it was about a couple weeks after I'd gotten it. We got it in place and everything, and I was actually the only one awake. About 11:30 midnight. Everybody else was asleep, so there was like no sounds of people.
Right. It was a
so
quiet
night. I can
night.
see how things would be coming out and be like, okay,
right.
It's waking up time, you know. I was on my phone, just lounging, playing. There was no lights on in my trailer save for my phone screen, but I of course have curtains,
right.
Can't really see if there's anything outside, and you can't see inside.
So what first clued you into what was coming up on you?
I had gotten up to go pee, and I'd come out, and I was about backside here. So I come out, I'll step down, and I always have a light on, and it shines pretty much this whole tree, the whole area will get lit up.
Okay.
So I can see pretty good. And
okay, so it's
goes
got
right up to where the road starts is where it kind of cuts off the light. So
okay, so just right here beside you.
And so I come over here, and as you can see, it kind of this area is where I go pee because it's very close to the door. So I'm just in and out.
Right. Well, and there are cougar and bear up here, so I can understand why you want to eat in and out.
I'm always surveying this area, just looking out where I'm at, and I have a spotlight flashlight, the one that I had showed you earlier that I use, just to kind of survey my area, because sometimes I feel like someone's watching me, and I'm like, I'm gonna pee out here, don't be looking at things.
So what happened?
So I'm out here, and I'm squatting, going to pee, and I got this feeling, you need to get the fuck back in the trailer. You need to get back. So I literally up and I go. Get back up on my bed. So, for reference, my bed is on this side.
Okay.
This is my back window here. My bed is right there by that window.
All right.
I have it on my phone again. And it was only like a few minutes. Like, I just gone back in to go pee because someone told me to get back in the trailer. So I did.
Right.
And I'm laying there and I'm just starting to relax because I'm like, okay, that feeling went away. And that's when I kind of felt like I needed to be quiet. And so I did. I took my phone and I put it on my chest. So there's no sound coming off it. So I just make the light go away.
Right.
And that's when literally something just kind of, like, visibly, like, hearing it, like.
Was it just the fingers, or did you hear scratching?
Like, it was scratching, like it was.
So it was dragging its fingernails?
And then it went on my trailer.
Okay.
Around.
Right.
And then smacked it on the back of my trailer. Like that.
Okay.
And I didn't hear it again for a few minutes, and I'm like, okay. Maybe it went away. Then, I literally. And mind you, my cat would come in and out of this window.
Okay.
He'd sit up here, and he'd poke his little head up here, and he'd meow at me. And I would peel back the curtain just a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's my son, and I'd open it and let him in. Just enough for his body to get in, and then I'd close it.
Right.
Well, something had to have gotten up here because it was literally making that sniffing noise. When a dog really gets a scent on something, and that fucking thing, like, you can hear it.
Right.
At this window. And like I said, my bed is right here. You want to bring the camera and look, you can look right in there. You can see I'm not in there now.
Yeah.
My bed was right there.
And you said you think this thing come back. Now, this was last year in September.
Yeah.
And you think now it's come back again?
Most likely. And I mean, you could see finger marks and whatnot. And there's some that are like bloody finger marks and stuff that looks like something scratching all over my damn trailer.
Yeah.
And it was not like that when I bought it.
Well,
I mean,
and you said this is new. You hadn't seen this before.
I hadn't seen this, no. When we came and looked at it earlier, that's new to me.
Okay.
You know, and then.
Yeah, what we found up here, the fresh fingerprint evidence where it's a swipe.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can. Here. There it is. You can just barely see these clean spots in the window. So it probably came here last night or the night before.
There's some new ones that
some new ones
like
here
it was
too.
Like it pulled itself up to look in. Like it might have come up like this and just.
So you suspect that it's a crawler?
It very well could be.
Okay.
Something that
You don't think it's the Bigfoot that have been out
no,
here?
no, it felt more predatory, more like, you know, it wasn't. There was no friendliness to it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It scared
Well,
the shit out of me.
and the fact that we found this very peculiar nose print here,
Yes.
that whatever it was pressed its face against the bottom here, probably trying to sniff to see
If it's hollow enough to get in.
right.
And maybe that's what this is, because it looks very
Yeah.
like it was.
Yeah, leaning down. And then I noticed, we noticed this earlier, there's still a remnants of the original hand swipe
Oh,
here.
yes, yes.
And it's
Like,
pretty
it's
good
pretty much,
size.
like I said, when it just right up in there.
Yeah. Was this scratching here before?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
old window, yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, a little extra damage to it, and just the encounter itself. So this is a couple of miles north and a bit east of where I had my encounter with the crawler. So it's possible it could come up, and bother these people here.
And this is the third time I've had an encounter with something like that.
All right, well,
Oh,
let's...
technically I think it would have been the fourth, because I just remembered when I lived in Utah, there's an old mine, old Frisco mine. It's all corned off, like there got beehive kills. You can go out there, kind of like check it out, take pictures and whatnot. You can visit, it's a little tourist attraction.
Right.
There's the mine there, and it's got like a course grade over it, so you can't go in there anymore, and it's closed off. But there's literally people who have recorded shrieking sounds from there.
Oh, wow.
And a friend of mine, my best friend Brianna, and this guy that we knew, Rory, that was a friend of ours, we'd gone out to what was, it was either the old schoolhouse or the old office building, I don't remember. It's just brick building now with no windows or doors in it. And I had gone up there a couple weeks before this photo shoot I did with another friend of mine that was a freelance model at the time. So we went up there and we were just goofing around, and like there's lots of people who had gone up there and graffitied it, and we were young and dumb and we were like, hey, let's go put our name on it, right?
What happened?
Well, I did this thing where, of course, there's 3 bricks in a row. So Rory put his name, then Brianna put her name, and then I put my name. But then I'm like one of those weird ones where I have to be a little extra. I put the symbol. And for me, it's always been a sign of protection. It's always protected me. And it's for shits and giggles. Something to just put it there. When I went back to do that photo shoot with a friend of mine, well, I did my own little photography thing. I was doing landscape photos, so I was taking photo pictures of it and, like, you know, just doing like an old-timey kind of filter to it. So it looked rustic.
Right.
Like that's what I wanted to capture. So I look, and I just turned towards the mine so I could get like that old-fashioned look to the danger, closed, whatever.
Right.
And I shit you not, there was a pale-ass, fucking big-eyed, pale-ass looking face at me, shrieked at me, and tore back down into the tunnel. Yeah, I hightailed it back to where they were doing the photo shoot, and I says, oh, we need to leave now.
Holy.
We were
What
packing
year?
everything
What
into the
year was
truck.
that?
This was in 2016. I was 19, 20 at the time.
Wow.
And
So you've had
when
quite
I
a
had
few
gone back to do
encounters
the
in your
photo
life.
shoot,
Okay.
my 2 friends that had gone with us when we put our names up there, their names were crossed out and what looked like blood, but mine was left alone. So there's other creepy shit out there. There's lots of spiritual
Something can
activity out
read.
there.
Well,
And-
you get to take care of the paranormal, not me, man.
Yeah.
So do we
That's-
want to walk on down and look
if
at
you
this
would like
other
to,
stuff?
yes.
How about I shut this off? We'll go to the next
Yeah.
position and we'll show some more. So
There's lots out here.
Sunshine here is going to show me around.